Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Faizan of SoftwareWala, level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So, welcome to another inspiring episode. Today, we are delighted to welcome an extraordinary leader, entrepreneur, author, athlete, and community advocate, Hunya. So, as the CEO of Hunya Travels and Amazon best-selling author, uh, Brigand, Queen model, actor, and mentor and heritage board member for the city, Brampton. And she's empowering people to leadership, education, travel, and community service. So, first of all, welcome to the show. And could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your journey to our viewers?
Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum. So my name is Hanya. So I'm from Brampton, Ontario in Canada. I'm Pakistani Canadian content creator and model. So my pronouns are she, her. So with me, I began my content creation journey in 2019. So I was looking for something to do. I have a passion for trying new food, for arts, and it's been something I wanted to do at that time. But I started around 26, 27 actually. So that's the time, and it's been about almost 10 years now, and I'm a pro at it in a way. So with me, I started doing written food reviews. Then I eventually did a live stream on Facebook, recipe videos, and then in about 2 or 3 years after, in about 2020, I began my YouTube channel, and since then, it's been one accomplishment after another. The list just keeps getting longer and longer. That's what I do. So I work with 5 brands. I have worked with Ruby Noor Designs. I work with Dream Collections. I have worked with Label Blue. I work with Kushi Boutique, and I believe I work with Ethnic Wear. And I believe I've also worked with a PTC Punjabi Canada's Super Chef Season 7, where I have worked with Grand Basmati Rice. That was one of the sponsors in there. And also I think it was one other food brand that was in there as well. So I work with food brands as well. I've also worked with, I think, the Tandoori Nation as for the grand opening day for Canada Wedlock.
That's really true. Great answers. So, growing up in Brampton, what inspired your dreams?
Well, actually, the thing is, I used to live in Mississauga for almost 17 years. So I lived in Mississauga since the time I was little until I was about 25 years old, and 26 I moved to Brampton. So with me, the thing is, so actually when there wasn't that many opportunities in Mississauga. They were mostly around the Square One or Erin Mills area. There wasn't that much in Malton. In Malton now there's a lot of opportunities, but 10, 20 years ago there was not much for artists. So when I moved to Brampton, there's an organization called Brampton Arts Organization. I got connected to them. I believe me, as an artist, when I first got started doing my food blogging, I've been rejected at least a billion times because I didn't have the experience. So what I did was I took extra training, I worked hard on my reviews, I learned editing skills, I learned it throughout, and I did a lot of collaboration. All the collaboration leads me to where I am now. It's a learning process, but everyone is learning, everyone is collaborating, and yes, whoever is a model, they also do their job, but they also model on weekends. It's what every model is, because sometimes you need to fulfill your creativity from the job that you're already doing. Because I think you must have probably heard about celebrities that they were something else before they became a full-time celebrity. That's the same with models. It doesn't matter if you're a big celebrity or small celebrity, you need to have something that pays your bills before you go into the arts, because arts itself you have to sometimes you have to invest in there for where you want to be as a model, where you want to be as a content creator. It sometimes comes with a price. So that's how it is.
That's really two great answers. So, was there a defining moment that changed your life?
Yes, credit goes to PTC Punjabi for Canada's Super Chef Season 7. Because although I had done 2 episodes in there, but that was the launch of my mainstream break into television, into the small screen industry, from being a content creator from my YouTube videos into doing mainstream shows. And my life has changed in a year. I haven't been on the showstopper point, but I have been on the point that I've been on different runways. I've run several types of fashion shows now. Poolside, banquet hall, outdoor, you name it, all different types. Even like I've also done virtual one too, but that was mostly video submission. So I've done all of these types, and then now my list just gets bigger.
Okay, that's really great answers. So my next question from you is that who has been your biggest inspiration in your life?
Biggest inspiration in my life. You mean as a celebrity or you mean as a family member?
In family member?
Uh, Actually, I don't know. I mean, I have cousin in the arts and stuff, like my long distance cousins that I've never seen, but mostly I would say it's just hard work. Like when I was little, I would look up at celebrities that, oh, they're doing so much now. I'm the South Asian representative, you could say a Pakistani Canadian representative in a way of South Asian arts. After idolizing, I think, because I used to look at Olsen twins a lot, tons of other celebrities, and now I'm at that level myself. So I don't know exactly who would be my inspiration, but it's just hard work. It's me to be the inspiration on my own. So that's the way I'd say it.
That's really two great answer. I really appreciate. So how would you describe yourself in only 3 words?
Energetic, hardworking, and optimistic.
That's really great. So what motivates you every day and what challenges have made you stronger?
Well, it's casting calls, hiring ads. It's through social media. If you use social media as a resource, it will always help you. If you use it just to gossip and just to stalk people, just to see what else, what is not someone else's business, it will bother you. So it's through social media I got the inspiration. I got to do so many programs through COVID, through that. And I also met a lot of amazing artists, a lot of amazing models, and they're very established. And I feel more encouraged by my artists, by Canadian Pakistani or Canadian South Asian community in this when I model and when I do my work.
Okay, that's really great. So what personal values guide your life?
I would say follow the rules. Just do your work, mind your own business, and also always pray that way you have something good coming. If you get rejected, it's okay. There's always a redirection. Because every time I've been rejected from a really big artist opportunity, I've been redirected to a really big artist opportunity at the same time. So it's always rejection, redirection. You have to think about it that way.
So how do we define success? How can I achieve success in today's world?
So, how do you define success? Success comes with research, hard work, and commitment. Because you have to show up there, you have to be punctual, you have to do your part, you have to do the homework. You have to be committed to it that yes, you are going to study for 1 month. And third is that you have to make sure that even if you get a 60, you'll work hard towards an 80. Because growing up, I in from elementary to I think seven or it's almost like until grade 10, my marks were very low. Grade 11, and by the time I got into college, my marks were about 70s and 80s. So it's about hard work, it's about the right timing, two at the same time. And then from college, my when I did my post-secondary, when I did my bachelor's, I wasn't in the top, but when I did my master's, when I was in community development, that time I had gotten bursary, I think once or twice. So my course fee was actually paid from the government. I didn't have to pay it. So I was blessed in that because my master's course fee and stuff, it was covered by the government there.
Okay, so my next question, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I would say do what you like and just go for it. Ignore the negativity.
your voice should not be cleared having any network.
Okay, okay, let
Would
me
you
say it
again
again.
repeat?
Yeah, so I would say ignore the negativity and just go and do what you like.
Okay. So what inspired you to start Hanya Travels?
The name Hanya Travels, I actually wanted to put something with my name on it because if I put something like, oh, like let's just say Toronto uh parks or something, Toronto uh like travels or something, it's not gonna sound like me. So I named it Hanya Travels at that time. The travel part, I don't know where I got it from, but I knew it was something to do with travels because I like to travel, I like to eat. That's where the name Hanya Travels come from. And what inspired me was YouTubers like Mark Ween, Street Food PK, Toronto Eats, I Get Food. There was, I think there was a couple of other YouTubers that I saw. So that's what inspired me to start my own. And I wanted to I wanted to do something with like food blogging, media, modeling, something like that. So I put it all under Hanya Travels when I named my blog Hanya Travels at that time. But I didn't know I was going to do modeling. That just happened itself later on.
Okay, that's really great answers. So my next question, what is the mission behind your company?
I think it's just mission behind my company is I would say it's every woman's dream to be a queen. And also, it's everything is uh, you can go beyond the limit of creativity. There's so much, so many opportunities.
Okay. So what makes Hanya Travel different from other travel companies?
It's not a travel company, it's a blog. But what makes it different is I don't actually I do the least amount of editing. So I keep it really, really like natural. Because sometimes it's like there's I think a stigma behind how much you can edit, this, that. Mine is the minimum editing you'll see in my videos. Whatever you see there, it's actually there, believe it or not. I've been like I've been bullied about it a couple of times from family and friends that oh why that oh this looks like that. No, it actually looks like that there. I don't, and with me most of the times I don't have the best quality, but I leave it that way because that's my style. That to actually leave it the way it is, not to touch it, not to re-edit it too much. Otherwise, then all kind of questions will come up.
So what's your hobby to do?
My hobby is arts, but my daytime stuff is actually I work as a coordinator for Resource Movement Toronto, and some of the newsletters that you see that are coming through, it is our team hard work and it is my hard work in there. So it is to educate people about intergenerational financial wealth.
Okay, so my next question from you is that what has been the biggest challenge in building your business, sorry.
Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay, just a little glitch there. Okay, yes. What was your question?
Okay, I again repeat my question. What has been the biggest
Yes.
challenge in building your business?
Was bullying from my dad's side. My pupos, my chachus, they all bully me all the time because I was able to get ahead than my cousin in Pakistan who's never been out anywhere except for Pakistan. So it was a lot of bullying. I also get bullied from sometimes from my family friends too. Pretty much the same reason. Why is it because I got ahead of everyone else? No, but if it's about that, that's not true. I worked hard to get there. Their minds don't see that as a thing. They're just looking for a fight. That's the biggest challenge I have is dealing with negativity from family and friends.
Okay, so my next question from you is that what has been your product? Uh, produced achievement as a CEO?
Right now it's through Mabel Organization, which is a youth organization in Scarborough, Ontario, as 40 under 40 nominees for arts and culture. I think beauty and arts and culture.
Okay. So what travel destination would you recommend to everyone?
I would say if you're looking for travel deals, always sign up with a hotel chain and see if you could be a part of their member category that we could get discounts on hotels. And the travel advice I would say is uh, travel as much as you can, but also travel in a time that where you get to do everything. Thank you.
Okay. So my next question, who has travel changed your perspectives on life?
What travels have changed it? If you go to Italy, Italy is is amazing, but each city in Italy is completely different. If you go to Rome, it's more of old architecture. But when you see it, it actually scares you when you look at the Colosseum itself and the broken buildings. But it's a good historical trip. But if you go to a place like LA, LA is good, but there's a lot of things that you don't expect in LA. Like it's not everything that what's been advertised. It's actually, if you look at it, it's worse than how the street garbage is worse than what you see in Pakistan. And that's in Santa Monica area, due to what I saw the one time I went there.
Okay. So what qualities make successful entrepreneur?
Again, hard work, commitment, and you have to be goal oriented. You have to work on your goals.
Okay. So what advice would you give to young women who want to start a business?
I would say pick your niche, that where you want to go, and also on top of that, figure out how you vision yourself in the next 5 years. With me, when I started Honey Travels, I knew I was going to go far, and I'm very successful in there. So my third advice would be just hard work. Make connections, collaborate. Remember, social media can be your best friend or could be your worst enemy, depending on the way you take it.
Okay. So where do you see Hanya Travels in the next 5 years?
I would say being a showstopper at a fashion show. And definitely more brand collaboration, more food reviews, more food and fashion, and hopefully, well, this is kind of a personal life one, which I don't prefer to share that much. But I would say hopefully having my wedding day in the next 2 years, if I'm lucky at it, if it's in my kismet, then.
Okay. So congratulations on becoming an Amazon best-selling author. What inspired you to write your book?
Food blogging, because there is so much about content creation, but there's no book about food blogging on how to do food blogging, um how to start as a food blogger, where to connect, which food festivals, who to look up with, where to go for connections. There was no book on that. So I wanted to write a book that answers those questions.
Okay. So my next question, what message do you hope readers take away from your book?
I would say just start as a food blogger. You don't need to research into it too much. Just start from somewhere. You'll automatically make the connections once you begin. It's all about making that very first Instagram page, very first Facebook page, and then you just start connection.
Okay. So what does being a pageant queen mean to you beyond the crown?
Um,
Okay. So
okay.
that's, I want to change my question that can you have any last advice at our interview?
Last advice would be just work hard, study hard, do your homework, and make connections.
That's really great. I really like your answer. So we got this one with today's interview. I hope you like it. I meet new guest next day, next topic. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Ma'am, thank you for giving me your precious time.
Okay, thank you.